Another opportunity. Beautiful day in the neighborhood. Will Matic TV. Everybody can't go, but everybody can grow. Y'all already know what it is. Y'all already know my body. Y'all know how I'm coming. Hold on though, man. Yeah, man. So, yeah, we gonna get this review off one way or goddamn another, fam. I know. I'm a little late at this point. What we, a month removed? Let me mute them up real quick though. Hold on, fam. I'll take it from here. Everybody Can't Go podcast, #1 independent podcast on the planet. Will Matic TV is the name. Y'all already know what it is, man. So yeah, man. We've been having this conversation about J.Cole and the fall off. Yeah. So I'm basically want to play this one, right? That was basically what I planned on doing the other day. It is what it is, man. We was dealing with some technical difficulties, and I'm back with part 2. So we getting ready to play this, but before I play this, you know, because at this point, it's just been so many. I mean, listen, man. J. Cole has been moving around. Let's talk about this album rollout a little bit before we even play this, right? At this point, this album has been out for, like I said, you know, going on. It's been like a month now, right? It's really been like 2 weeks. All I'm saying is this. If you haven't played the album yet, you know, I'm not really sure what you're waiting for. J. Cole is definitely getting ready to go on tour, as well. Let me stop though. Hold on. You know what I'm saying? I don't need no more infractions, man. Yeah. It's kind of, this is a different. Staten Island is not it, man. By the way, I've never been to Staten Island in my life. I can officially say that I have now officially worked in all 5 boroughs, man. In the tri-state area. Staten Island, try to avoid working in Staten Island if you can. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is a different energy out here, fam. Different vibe. Let's get back to J. Cole though in this Fall Off album. Like I said, so at this point, I've played the album a few times myself. Like I was saying the other day, you know, I'm not one of those people who can basically just, you know, have an album review in 24 hours, you know. Realistically, I'm not even podcasting right now. Yeah, season 4, we kind of wrapped season 4, and we never officially started season 5. And quite frankly, I'm not ready to start season 5 yet. In due time, though. Just stay tuned and keep it locked. I already know how I give it up, man. Like I said, man, yeah, we've been getting some real work done behind the scenes, you know. So that's basically been, you know, kind of keeping me away from the microphone. With all that being said, though, we've definitely been paying attention. And there's been a lot of conversation around J. Cole. So let's start with the fact that he definitely just announced a world tour. Yeah. J. Cole is definitely going to be on a tour. As a matter of fact, the tickets it's so much demand. You know, it's just so crazy to just see how everything is playing out, man. Because obviously, you know, if we, you know, look back 2 years ago, they was ready to throw J. Cole out into the fucking trash, man. Let's just call it spade, man. And I'm not even sure why I'm beating around the bush. They was ready to pack J. Cole up, okay, and ship him away, basically, you know, for an apology that he made or whatever the case may be. And I do feel like it's kind of crazy that, you know, basically hip-hop has gotten to that place now where it's kind of like, yeah, it does seem like you have to work a little harder. Basically, if you're one of those individuals like J. Cole, somebody who relies solely on his skill sets and his ability. Am I live? Check. Are we laughing? I don't know, man. They cut my shit up last time. I certainly was talking the whole ride, though. Are we live? YouTube, what we doing, fam? Say less, fam. But let me. I gotta get my Twitch activated and all that. I say all that to say this. I might not be live right now, fam. I might be talking to myself right now. It is what it is, man. We getting ready to play this album anyway. I got a nice little 40-minute ride. So yeah, we gonna give the Fall Off card test. I already did this, by the way. But we gonna do it again, fam. Because like I said, I'm busting it right here, huh? Okay. Yeah, we haven't been podcasting lately. All I'm saying is this, man. J. Cole getting ready to go on tour. What does this say, right? Based on all of the demand, based on the fact that 250,000, that's 250,000, fam. 250,000 people are waiting right now for those tickets to drop, you know. J. Cole's fan base is really, really sturdy, man. And all I'm saying is this, man. I do feel like we getting ready to play this, man. So we getting ready to play this one, right? Yeah, the fall off this one. Before we do that, though, let me just make sure I'm going in the right direction and all that. Yeah, we definitely made a few wrong turns. I done fucked around with Jersey a few times, man. I just want to make sure that I'm on Felton Street. Yeah, I'm definitely trying to get tickets to that show, though, man. He's going to be at the Barclays Center, then he's going to be at Madison Square Garden, which I do feel like is definitely epic and iconic, to say the least. As far as this album, though, right? Like I said before, you know, at this point, I've had 2 weeks to kind of, you know, sit with the album. I let it play a few times, and obviously the tracks that I'm really, really fucking with, you know, I kind of had those on repeat. You know, that's kind of how I do when I, you know, like I said, I don't like to overconsume new music, especially when it's coming from artists that I actually, you know, who I really, really enjoy listening to their music, right? I listen to J. Cole every weekend, right? Basically, right? I'm doing J. Cole mixes every weekend, fam. So what I'm saying is this: I do need to kind of have a period of time out, fam. Yeah, I gotta let my palate breathe a little bit, fam. Just like with this YouTube shit, right? Yeah, every now and then, I'm not one of those people. I don't like to oversaturate. So yeah, every now and then, I gotta call the time out, man, and I gotta put shit on a time out. Is basically what I'm saying. So that was the case for this album. I'm getting ready to play this, but before I do want to get into some of my pros and my cons before I play this, right? Because at this point, I played the whole both discs, right? Let's just start with the fact that off top, from the feature standpoint, right? From the feature side of things, right? Obviously, we already know that J. Cole is notoriously known for basically, you know, he's the only artist on most of his albums, right? That nigga is on the hook. He got the best verse. He out rapping himself and shit. Then he want to sing, do melodies. It's a lot of singing on this. It's a lot of melodic. J. Cole in his, you know what I'm saying, R&B bag, quite frankly, right? Which I'm not mad at, you know. Obviously, J. Cole is one of those artists that we already know that's kind of what he does, right? When he's ready, he'll get into his R&B bag. Shit, I'll get into my R&B bag every now and then, fam. Yeah. I like to sing every now and then. I like to hit a high note, you know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is this: I completely understand. And not to mention, I just feel like I said in the last video, I'm not sure if J. Cole was aiming to please on this one, right? So realistically, yeah, I do feel like he got to a place now creatively. We getting ready to play this because at this point I'm on the expressway, right? I'm 38 minutes, man. And I'm ghosting y'all again, man. I'm definitely going to be spinning the block. Everybody can't go, but everybody can grow. March 18th, stay tuned and keep it locked. Absolutely, you know, we're going to be back on our fitness journey, on our calisthenics journey. Right now, I'm on a self-healing journey, man. All for the algorithm, right? Where I gotta basically just make sure I'm taking care of the more important things and the more pertinent things. And we'll have plenty of time to get back to this, right? I say all that to say this. We get ready to play this one of the fall off. I was just making a point, and I completely lost my point. Right. The melodies and shit. Yeah. It's a lot of melodic performance on here. Now, I already know it's a lot of people who are probably going to be taken back by the amount of singing that J. Cole is doing on this project. For me personally, somebody who, like I said, has been in tune for a majority of J. Cole's career. I understand that this is something that he does occasionally, and I'm gonna get over here, big dog. Appreciate that. And yeah, you know, it's kind of hit and miss when it comes to the melodic performance with J. Cole. I will say this, as far as the features, like, I mean, you know, I do feel like Ari Lennox, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like there were certain things that I was looking for personally, right? And, you know, some of my expectations that I had coming into this, the fall off, you know, and the way that it was built up and the way that it was kind of presented as J. Cole's final album, yeah, absolutely. I came into this with a lot of expectations and basically just a lot of things that I was expecting to hear on the album. That wasn't the case at all. And like I said, that was pretty clear to me from the time I pressed play on track 1. I'm getting ready to play this right now. I don't think I'm live right now, which is crazy, man. What is this, a conspiracy, man, to keep me off of the album, you know? I took 2 weeks off, man, to get my mind right, get my body right, get my money right. And this is how y'all repay me? Now I'm not even on the algorithm no more. That's what we doing? Now y'all done took me off of the whole goddamn timeline, man. Yeah. I had to deal with my own fall off I had going on in real time, man. Absolutely, man. I fell off right before. You gotta understand, like, that's the other thing, right? This might be the most significant album of all time for me on a personal level, man. I literally fell off the same week the fall off dropped, man. Understand that I lost everything. My job. Yeah. I'm sure somebody watching this right now, they expected me to bounce back this fast, huh? Yeah. I'm back on my shit again, man. You can't keep Willmatic TV down for too long. Like I said, I might go down, pause, but if I fall down, I'm certainly gonna get back up. I definitely fell off, okay? And I need y'all to understand this. The same week that the Fall Off album dropped, right? I was dealing with my own, basically, some personal things going on with me, right? I ain't even apologize, man. And they was ready to, it was a rough 3 weeks to say the least, man. Ready to put a track, or this 29, the intro track. And we just gonna vibe out, man. You know, y'all already know what it is. Willmatic TV, everybody can't go, but everybody can grow. Let's get this shit rocking. So here we go. This is the Fall Off. J.Cole. This 29. Yeah, no Ari on the album is crazy though. I just knew Ari Lennox was gonna be on this. You gotta understand. That shit not loud enough. Come on. At this point, you listening like, alright, what the fuck is going on right now? Did I click the right album? You all know that J.Cole is from the Carolinas, right? So that's something that he's been, he's been shouting that out his whole career, you know? There was a lot of people confused about the 2-6. Like, what's 2-6? That's how I know that a lot of people they haven't been tapped in the whole time, right? He's literally been saying that shit since he came into the game, right? This 29, the Fall Off, J.Cole, Everybody Can't Go podcast. Really? You're not doing that. Come on, man, get out of here. Okay. If I wasn't rapping, then I'd probably be the president.
Please, with the begging and shit, dwelling in your rhetoric.
Yeah.
You know your shit is
I gotta get off on 24.
In school, why you hiding your intelligence? I remember you was getting A's, now you feeling us. Playing hard for the white boy, they ain't telling.
Okay.
Call a lot of bodies, so my closet, they got skeletons.
So we're...
Rolls Royce, we gon' study rappers, no more color. They on the rich, plus I know they know we buzzing. What are them? 2-6, out of school, loose from my brother. He got his speech in Canada. He tried to see the color. He say he like to do that shit.
This is stuttering.
When I'm in the city, but you stinging up my double.
I'm being honest, this is one of the ones that grew on me. When I first heard this shit though, I wasn't really bothered with this. Especially for the first track. You know, that intro is the introduction to your album, right? And like I said, I had so many expectations, you know. So for me, I kind of was taken back, you know, hearing this as the intro to the album. You know what I'm saying? I thought we was gonna get a poem or some shit. I'm like, the Fall Off last album. He came out the gate with that energy, on a different tempo, on a different bop. J.Cole. Okay. What's going on right here, man? Doing like dirty, my boy.
nigga, that shit lame. In the end, I guess that's your name. In the 90s, it was crack cocaine. Nowadays, it's clout and fame. Niggas is bags, going viral on page. Shit is straight. Y'all ain't even getting no bags. Y'all call them bags, my type bags that can't even fit in the bag.
I'm the future of this rap shit.
Nigga, fuck everything that I did in the past. I'm throwing that out the water. It's the top of your heart.
There are certain lines throughout the album and certain things that he was saying throughout this project that, quite frankly, you know, somebody like myself, I'm a really, really deep thinker and I'm a deep listener, right? So what I'm saying is this: I take words very, very literal, and I pay attention to words. He clearly just said, "I'm the future of this rap shit." Now, obviously, if we're going off of the concept of the album, obviously, this 29 is, you know, from what I was basically, what I heard, because I'm not really even sure where people are getting some of these, you know, because I haven't really heard J.Cole come out and explain anything as far as this album, right? I'm sure that, oh yeah, he definitely put out, I think he put out like some type of letter or something like that. All I'm saying is this: the concept is supposed to be, this 29 is J. Cole at 29 years old, basically, you know, when he first started in the game, right? So